Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about a brand that is making over $40,000 per month with letter tracing books on Amazon KDP. This brand is one of the biggest sellers on Amazon, full stop, not just in low content book publishing, but across all books on Amazon. So results like this that we are about to look at are not typical. Not everybody who uploads one of these kinds of books to Amazon is going to make this kind of money, at least not right away. But I like to look at brands and people who are being successful, and I like to look at how they have done it, see what they are doing to get them to where they are. What are they doing to market their books? Or what are they doing that is making their books or their brand so popular? And what can I take from this to implement into my own business to try to reach similar kind of results? And that brand or that person is Crystal Radke. Crystal publishes kids' educational books aimed at the kindergarten aged market. And her best-selling book is My First Learn to Write book, which is a letter tracing book. So all I've done here is on the Amazon website, I've just popped in her name, Crystal Radke, to show you which book is her best-selling book, and take a look at that BSR. Now the BSR is the bestseller rank, and that determines the popularity of a book. The lower the number, the more books that are selling and the more popular it is with customers. As of right now, this book is ranked at number 13 across all books in the Amazon store. I've seen this book hit the number 1 spot too, and generally from what I've seen, it does stay in the top 10 to 20 spots of books sold on Amazon. Let's take a quick look at the book to see what it's like inside. Now, first thing to note that this is not a book that is published by KDP, it's published by a different publisher, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who publishes your book. This is your competition. If this is a niche you're going into, or whatever niche you go into, there are going to be books published by Amazon and books published by other publishers. And it doesn't really matter who publishes them. All of the books in your niche are your competition. And if you are wanting to compete with the bestsellers, you have to look at them and see what they've done to make their book so popular, regardless of who actually does the printing of the book. So we'll just click on this here to use the look inside feature to get an idea of what's inside of it. Now this book is in color, which is something that we typically won't be doing with low content books on Amazon because KDP's prices to print color books is quite expensive. And so you wouldn't be able to price your book in a way that would be able to compete with the other books. The inside feature that we can see is pretty much just the start of the book, which is just explaining how the child is meant to use the book in terms of tracing different shapes and different lines. And I imagine there would be the ABCs in there as well to trace. Another way that you can sometimes see what's inside of the book, especially if it's a book that has a lot of reviews, there's a few more pictures there of what's inside the book, but when there's a lot of reviews, people like to upload photographs as well. So if we head down here to the reviews, we can actually see the inside of the book from customer photographs. So we can see exactly what kind of pages are inside the book and what kind of shapes or letters or words and that sort of thing is in the book. Now going back up to the top to look at the reviews, look at that. Look at the amount of reviews. It is absolutely insane, and it is practically a 5-star book across all those almost 57,000 reviews. So I think it's a 4.8 out of 5 stars, which is insane to have that many good reviews for your book. So it's no wonder that it has such a good bestseller rank and it is such a popular book when you look at how many reviews that it has. It's targeted to the 3 to 5-year-olds. It tells you what's inside from the description. It's to build communication skills, 75 plus practice pages for comprehensive skill building, and colourful fun. So like I say, that book's in colour because it's printed by a different publisher, which may be a little bit cheaper to print in colour than KDP. We've got 84 pages. And because it is such a popular book and some brands get to have this little extra description area where they get to put a lot of pictures and more description about the book in a bit more of a nicer way. And people have even uploaded some videos. Some of the customers have uploaded videos for this book as well. Something else that I always like to do is to take a look through other books that the person or the brands have and see what other kind of books. Are they just in the same niche? Have they branched out into other niches? And I'm just going to look at the paperback books because as low content book publishers, all our books are paperbacks. And so we've got that My First Learn to Write workbook, which is her #1 bestseller, and it's dropped to number 17 in the BSR rankings since looking at this just a minute ago. And then we've got a print handwriting workbook with another great BSR and a lot of reviews, definitely not as many as her top book, but still a lot of reviews. The print penmanship workbook for kids, the complete cursive handwriting workbook for kids. Okay, so we can see she just has a few books, only 4 of them that sell pretty well. So what I like to do next is take these figures over to the TCK Publishing Amazon book sales calculator tool to try and get an idea of just how many books Crystal is selling and how much money she is potentially making just from her books selling on Amazon. So the letter tracing book, which when I looked a few minutes ago did have a BSR of 13, so I'm going to use that for this calculator. A BSR of 13 is selling 28,484 books per month. The print handwriting book has a BSR of 8,255, so that one is selling around 439 books per month. The print penmanship workbook has a BSR, when I looked at it a little while ago, of 30,848, which is selling around 142 books per month. And the complete cursive handwriting workbook, the BSR was 11,683, which is showing maybe around 329 sales of that book per month. Now, like I say, keep in mind that if we were going to create books like this, we would be printing them through KDP, and generally it is too expensive to print color through Amazon KDP unless it's a very small book in terms of the amount of pages that it has. So although her books are color, we'll be calculating royalties and things like that based on a black and white book because that's what we would be printing if we were going to be making these kind of books. So all of those books that we looked at just before, the 4 of them, they all range between 80 to 90 pages. Actually, all of them are 84 pages except one, which is 90 pages. The next step would be to calculate what potential royalty could be made from these books if they were printed through Amazon KDP to get an idea of potentially what we could make if we were going to go into this niche as well. So for this, I just head over to the KDP printing cost and royalty calculator. Like I say, paperback, I'm going to use black and white interior and an 84-page book. Her bestseller book, the My First Learn to Write workbook, price-wise, we could look at selling it for around $5.99. I just like to round up to 99 cents at the end of my numbers, so that's what I'm going to use in the royalty calculator. So that would give us a royalty of $1.44 per book sold. Her best-selling book, which is the letter tracing one, is priced quite low, I guess, compared to the rest, priced at $5.50, but the others, those other 3, they are priced a lot higher at close to the $9 mark. So her royalties on the letter tracing, like I say, would be sitting at around $1.50 per book, but the other books, if they were priced at $8.99, would be getting closer to a $3.25 royalty per book, which is really good for a low content book. So let's see the potential income that these books are making. Now I say potential because the TCK publishing tool doesn't know exactly how many books she is selling, but it does give us a really good idea. And as I've already mentioned, she doesn't publish or print these books through Amazon. She uses a different publisher, so what she is making is probably different dependent on how much her publisher is paying her. But since we, as low content publishers, print through Amazon, this will give us an idea of the potential that we could make, or at least what the royalties would be on these kinds of books if we were to make them. So the letter tracing book, selling 28,448 books per month with a $1.50 royalty, which makes $42,726. Oh my gosh. I mean, there are no words. The next book, which is the print handwriting book, selling 439 books per month. And with this one, this is one that's priced a bit higher. So let's say it would make a $3 royalty. This one could be bringing in $1,317 per month. The print penmanship workbook, selling 142 books per month with a $3 royalty, could be bringing in $426 per month. And the complete cursive handwriting book, selling 329 books with a $3 royalty, could be bringing in $987 per month. So in total, for all 4 books, we have a potential income of $45,500. It's mind-blowing. It's just so crazy. The amount of time that I personally spend looking at brands, other books and people on Amazon just to try to pick up techniques for marketing or for branding and all that stuff that I could try to implement into my own business. And I see a lot of people making a lot of money on Amazon, but I still just get so shocked by how much people are making with this platform. It is really such a great time in life that we have these opportunities available to us, to all of us. And it doesn't matter where you live, where you're from, or anything like that. These opportunities are available to us if we just take them. If you agree with me and you think that Amazon is a great opportunity, and also if you are inspired by this kind of income from Crystal, then let me know by giving me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel, and it helps get these kind of videos out to other people who can benefit from these kind of opportunities. And these figures that we're talking about as well, Crystal is making just on Amazon itself. She will be making other sources of income, making money from other sales of her books off Amazon through distributors. Okay, so while I am still shocked, I want to now have a look at what she has done and what she is doing to build this brand to this kind of success. So when I originally searched for this book, it did come up as a sponsored listing, which means it is an advertisement run through Amazon ads. So she is running Amazon ads to the book. How much she spends, who knows, but she wouldn't be doing it if she wasn't making a profit. I then wanted to do a Google search for Crystal Radke to see what comes up, to see what other connections she has outside of Amazon. As you can see here, I mentioned before, her books will be selling elsewhere. So here you can see some of the other places, other distributors and other stores that her books sell outside of Amazon. Now in the Google search results, her website isn't even coming up on the first page of Google results. But I can see down here on this Instagram result, her Instagram handle is Creative in Life. So let's search for that. Okay, so there we go. Her website has come up. Now, first of all, I do know she has an email list because I signed up to it probably about 6 months ago to see what kind of promotions that she does to her email list. It's a really nice professional website with links to all her social media platforms that she's active on. And so her blog is about sharing tips about education, parenting, travel, and so much more. So she shares her real life experiences as a wife, adoptive mother, educator, speaker, and traveler. Although she may have started this blog, I believe even when I looked at it 6 months ago, it was heavily focused just on kindergarten educational tools. It seems like she might be branching out a little bit more and using her blog to create other streams of income that she might find interesting. So she might be looking at getting into a bit of a traveling type of blog. A lot of blogs and influencers who blog about traveling generally do it where they get paid for it or receive some sort of compensation for it. So now that she's really established her educational brand or her kindergarten side of the brand, she might be just branching out into more lifestyle type content now as well, just to make life even better. Not only do you get paid that much, you get free travel too. The sign up to her newsletter is just this little quite subtle sign up form at the top, no pop-ups or anything like that. We have here firstly a link to kindergarten printables, and this is over at the Teachers Pay Teachers website. This is a platform where teachers can create teaching materials for other teachers to use in their classes. So she has a lot of followers over here. Again, 5-star rating with a massive amount of votes for those ratings. And she's selling sets of printables over here, as well as selling her physical books over on Amazon. Back to her website, she has a link to an Amazon shop, which is an affiliate storefront. If you haven't seen these before, if you are deemed an influencer of some kind, you can get yourself one of these little Amazon shop fronts where you can just put in your favorite products and they are all just affiliate links. So she's making money, affiliate income from her blog as well. Not everyone can get these storefront things. I can't remember the correct name for it. I think it might just be Amazon storefront, but you do have to have a certain kind of following or a certain sized following on social media to be able to get one of these. And then over to her About Me section, she's got About Her where you can work with her, and she then has a link to her books on Amazon, which I'm sure is an affiliate link as well. And if we just scroll down right to the bottom of her website too, her blog, we can see here it's got this Mediavine, exclusive member of Mediavine Food. She's also making money from advertising on her website through Mediavine. Mediavine is an advertising program for blogs, so similar to Google AdSense where you can put Google AdSense ads on your website. Mediavine is similar to that, but you get paid a heap more money than what Google AdSense pay you. And it is for blogs that have quite a substantial amount of page views and visitors. So she would be making a pretty substantial income from ads that are getting played on her website as well. Now back to the top in terms of social media, she has Facebook page, an Instagram account, and Pinterest, which are all probably the best social media platforms for this niche, particularly Pinterest, and she has a pretty substantial following on all of those platforms. So with social media, don't try to do them all. Find what works for your niche and just pick one or two of them and focus on them. You can't be everywhere at once. And if you try to be everywhere at once, you just won't have enough time to have any kind of real impact on any of them. So it's best just to pick one, build it up, and when it's built up, start another, or pick two and build those two up. And if you feel like after you've built those two up, you want to focus on some other social media platforms, then that's great. Or you might just pick the one or two and just stick with those if you find you get a really good response from it. One thing I do want to look at is whether her Facebook page is running any ads to see if she's doing any kind of promotions here. So let's take a look at her ad library. You can see ads if anyone is running them on Facebook. You can see whether they are running ads through their Facebook page. So if you don't know how to get there, you would go to About, you click on Page Transparency, and it gives you information about the page history. And as we can see here, this page is currently running ads. So we can click See All, go to Ad Library. A lot of the time I get to see the ads, sometimes I don't. Now, depending on the targeting, you may not see them, but if you click all, and all may come up. No. So it does say she's running ads, and even though I've selected all, which usually then shows me the ads, it isn't showing me any, which could be to do with the targeting of her ads, but I really would have loved to have seen what ads she's running, where the ads are targeting, whether it's targeting her website, whether it's targeting her email list, whether it's targeting Amazon or one of the other streams of income that she has. So that's a bit disappointing. But at the end of the day, you can see that she is doing some sort of promotion for her brand. What are the takeaways so far? The people who are doing very well with self-publishing on Amazon all spend time building a brand. They don't just throw up books and just leave it and hope for the best and hope that Amazon does all the work for you. It doesn't actually work like that. Crystal Radke, as well as every other brand that I've done a video on so far on this channel, they create several books within the same niche. They build a website or a blog, they build an email list, and they build a social media presence where they promote their books or their brand and push people to their email list. Having an email list helps a lot when publishing new books on Amazon. You can alert your email list to new books so that the second it goes live on Amazon, you have buyers and people leaving reviews, which is a really crucial element to a book doing well on Amazon. Sometimes you see books on Amazon that have only been up for a few days or a few weeks, and they already have hundreds of reviews, and you're wondering how they have done that, how they have gotten so many reviews in just a few days, and that's probably why. They probably have an email list which they warm up in the time leading up to the book going live on Amazon, letting their email list know this book is going live so that the second it's on Amazon, their email list is on Amazon, buying it and leaving reviews. Being active on social media, it gives people a connection to you. People and customers love to see and get to know a person they're buying from. It builds the like, know, and trust factor, which is a huge part of marketing. If you can get people to like, know, and trust you, you will forever have people just ready and willing to buy every single thing, every single product that you ever put out. And these big brands that I look at as well, generally they will always branch out and spread out to sell on other platforms or produce multiple streams of income from their brands. You have two ways about going forward with your Amazon business. Spend time creating thousands of books, not really knowing whether they will sell or not really building any kind of website or social media following or a customer base, and pretty much just churn and burn through uploading thousands upon thousands of random books on Amazon. It's an option. There are probably lots of people making money this way, but there is a little problem with going this way. What if, for some reason, your KDP account got terminated? What if Amazon decided to shut down third-party sellers on its site, or even just shuts down KDP altogether, or Amazon itself? Obviously pretty unlikely, but it's not impossible. You would go to $0 of income overnight. Your other option is to build a brand, make fewer books, but spend more time on creating a customer base outside of Amazon, connect with people outside of Amazon, encourage them to get onto your email list. Building a loyal audience outside of Amazon will help push your books on Amazon into the lower BSRs, bestseller ranks, and make you more money. And if something ever happens where you can't sell on Amazon anymore, or you choose to go in a different direction with your business, you always have your email list and social media channels to connect with your customers. Because although Amazon is an amazing opportunity and it's really a great platform to sell on, we always have to remember that Amazon's customers are theirs, and they will never give you access to them. So you can't contact or connect with customers who have purchased your products already on Amazon, which means you can't market future products to them. So at some point, it's a good idea to look at creating ways to future-proof your business and set your business up so that you always have an income regardless of whatever happens with Amazon. I hope you guys get as motivated as me at looking at these kind of brands who are just doing so amazing on Amazon and just in their businesses in general. I really hope that you can see what is possible if you put in the work and effort for a few years to build up something that could really change your life and bring whatever it is to you that you are searching for in your life in terms of money goals and lifestyle goals. See you in the next video.